So I went to the Chantal Akerman's one day Pina Asked at the Cine Family. If you live in LA and you don't go to the Cine Family, you're missing out. You need to go to the Cine Family. It's a great movie theater. They show all kinds of crazy stuff. So before One Day Pina Asked, they showed a short film, an experimental film, I guess, from last year that was Dutch Canadian, I guess. And it was called Off Ground, and it was a very strange sort of dance video with a dancer who kind of looked like Tilda Swinton, but it wasn't Tilda Swinton, and a little boy, and it was sort of it's sort of like Pina's dances. I don't really know how to describe it. It was just, you need to see it. It's called Off Ground. You should just Off Ground 2013 type that in, see if you can find it and watch it. And very strange film. And then One Day Pina Asked came on, and it's mostly in French, because it was a French TV production, I believe. But, and they only talked to Pina a little bit, and then they talked to the dancers a little bit, but mostly it was just Chantal and her crew followed Pina for like 5 weeks while they were on tour / auditioning for some new dancers. And they would cut from like rehearsals to performances to backstage shots, and it was, if you're familiar with Chantal Akerman's like Hotel Monterey or Letters from Home or something, News from Home, it's very much on par with what she does, where she gives you these images and sort of tells you a story, but without much narrative and without giving you any signposts, and she doesn't help you. You have to go through it and figure out what she's trying to say on your own. And there was this great part at the beginning where she talks about how when she first saw Pina, it meant so much to her, and then following for 5 weeks, she felt such emotions that she couldn't even describe it, and that she was pretty sure her documentary wasn't really gonna capture everything that she felt, which is kind of a beautiful thing to put at the beginning of your film, like, hey, I tried, I don't think I did a good job, but she's fucking great, you know? It made me, obviously, you can't really think about this film without thinking about Wim Wenders' Pina from a few years back, which I saw 4 or 5 times in the theater because it's an amazing film. Oh my god. And they're very similar in that they don't have the traditional narrative documentary structure with a narrator and here's the problem, here's working on the problem, here's where we're at the end of the documentary with the problem. Like, it doesn't do that. They're just like, here are the people who knew Pina, here are the people who work with Pina, here's Pina's work. Don't you wish you could go see her live somewhere? Because, dude. But it made me think, a lot of people who, what are you? He's chewing tape. A lot of people who were critical of Pina didn't like its lack of structure, didn't like its lack of narration, didn't like how it was truly more not a nonfiction film than what we think of when we think of documentary. And I want to take all those people and have them watch this one, and then they will be begging for the somewhat structure of Wenders' film, because this one had like nothing. It was just, not to say that the non-structure was a negative aspect of the film. It was beautiful, and I think it captures the spirit of Pina's work, and Pina as an artist, and Pina's dancers as artists. And it just, every time I watch anything about her, it makes me really sad that I never got to see her troupe when she was alive, and I'm not even sure if they still tour, but if they do, I gotta see it. It's so amazing, and it makes me grateful for film that it can capture things that maybe you'll never get to see, and I first came and knew about Pina through Amal Devar's Talk to Her, and she's, featured in that Cafe Muller. And then She was featured in something else. I don't remember. And then, you know, when Wender's film came out, I was like, ah, and it's like probably the most of her work I'm ever gonna, the closest to seeing her work live I'm probably ever gonna get. And so I'm just grateful for both of these films. I'm not sure if, I think Icarus Films has the rights to One Day Pina Asked, so I don't know where it's available, but if you can find it, it's about an hour long, so you're not into much of a time commitment, but it'll be the most magical, surreal, strange, beautiful, funny hour full of dance theater that you'll ever spend, probably.